So you're actually catching me on the middle of my trip to Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and if you can tell by my happy mood and the sun being out, we are free from the rain. It is like 98 degrees out, however, so reverse issue, but I like the heat, and I feel I had to build some space. But yeah, the reason why I'm also in a much better mood is because you're actually catching me halfway through my day at Busch Gardens, because I just got done doing the insider tour here, and I'm gonna just say that this is a fantastic bang for your buck. I highly recommend it. If you have the opportunity to do it, that you absolutely should. And at the end of this trip, I will be posting a full video showcasing a lot of the things about that tour to my YouTube channel, which means that there might be less that you'll be seeing in this video, but just know that some of these rides that you won't see in this video, I got on there and experienced through that. The only one that's new so far for me for that though is Big Bad Wolf, which is not usually a part of the tour. So yeah, anyways, we are gonna continue now. We're heading to the Italian section. We're gonna get on Apollo's, Pantheon, and Tempesto. So yeah, but so far I've been having a great day here at Busch Gardens. And also, there was a couple hitches during the tour, and we got these two ride readmittances, which is kind of like a skip the line type situation, because Alpengeist wasn't working, so we can maybe use it on Alpengeist, or maybe if Alpengeist is got a short line, we can get on something else. So I'm actually gonna first head to Alpengeist to see what the line is like for Alpengeist, to see if that's something that we can save these for other rides. So yeah, so far pretty great day. We've still got 6 hours. This park is gorgeous. So kind of while I've got some time, I figured I'll probably talk about my experience on Big Bad Wolf and how I felt about it. I'd heard that one still feels a B&M rattle. It's just not as intense as some of the other newer B&M coasters, but I found it incredibly smooth, and I enjoy those restraints. They don't really affect somebody with my body type, so I did not feel those. I barely felt the restraints at all, period. The forces were pretty decent for, again, it's a family coaster. I gotta keep that in mind, it's a family coaster. I think it's a fantastic addition to the park. It's a nice step up from Grover's Alpine Express, or whatever it's called. So yeah, absolutely. It paid a lot of homage to the original Big Bad Wolf. It was very cool, and also quite a lot of homage to what used to be in that section, Dragonfire, including some of the theming on the ride. All in all, I found it a great addition to the park. Apparently, I heard that they are planning on building more towards that direction, which means that we'll probably get more things there soon. So absolutely things to look forward to. It's not just going to forever be the Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge in that section. Only there will be more. That's just all they have there right now. Something else that's kind of cool is that normally in Busch Gardens, the pathway is a bunch of pebbles. It's like a gravel path, cobblestone, I believe. And in that section, in order to pay homage to Dragonfire, the path is dragon scale tiles. So that's really cool, and something to really appreciate. We're doing this one again, and then I will give my thoughts. But I will just say, oh, it's a black diamond. I will just say, Alpengeist has redeemed itself. Boy, has it. You'll see. So I don't know what happened on my first time getting on that ride, but it did not happen again. So, yeah. Now I got to fully experience what Alpengeist is supposed to be like, and it's shockingly smooth for how intense it is. There was a little bit of a shake onto the mid-course brake round, but other than that, fantastic. Intense. Felt like my feet were going to be torn off the entire time until after the 0G roll. Insane. I'm not gonna say where I've ranked it, like which one before, which one after. All I'm going to say is that that is my new #1 B&M invert. Finally, a coaster has outdone Raptor. I didn't think it would ever happen, but it was. On a redemption ride. A ride I thought I hated, no less. A ride that I used to have like at the bottom, like bottom 10, not even kidding. Now is somehow in like my top 10, top 15. I don't know where Raptor is, but that's crazy. But it's true. But yeah, I waited for front, which was intense and very windy, and then I waited for back, which was very whippy. And I I think I like front just a little bit more. It's just a little less rough. But if you want a slightly, almost unnoticeable, more intense experience, then you'll want to wait for the back. But I think it's a front row ride. We're getting on Invader.
And exit quickly, but carefully to your left.
Yeah, I feel like that needs a retrack, maybe. I got back row, maybe that was a mistake, but like I usually expect the GCI coasters to be a little bit smoother than that. Frankly, it rattled. It was rough. I got hit a couple times in the shin, so not great. Frankly, not amazing, to be honest. Still smoother than like a lot of old wooden coasters, but when you expect a new GCI, you expect something smoother, and I feel like already the wood needs to be replaced. Even if that's like already wood that's been replaced, replace it again, because yikes, frankly, straight up. I don't know what was up. I don't know, maybe I just got a bad ride, but not great. So now all we have left are the 3 coasters in the Italian section of the park. So yeah, we're gonna head over there, and we're gonna ride them now. And frankly, if we still don't even have to use our ride remittance passes, we're gonna hold those for like some cool night rides. But yeah, 3 coasters left, and then we're done. And then we can do re-rides and eat, which probably gonna have to eat in the park, but I don't know where yet. Feels like it would be weird to be in Oktoberfest and not at some point get a beer, but there are 2 reasons I don't want to. The first one being my stomach, of course. And the second reason is I kind of left somehow my wallet in the car, which means I'd have to go back to my car, which isn't a big ask, but it is something that I would then have to do. So maybe once I'm done with all the rides and once I get all my rides, I'm gonna eat. And then maybe while I'm eating, I will grab my wallet before I eat. So yeah. But yeah, it's like not even 3, and we only have 3 coasters left, and they're all in one section. The park is fantastic. This is like, we're back to like that Hershey Park level. The Insider Tour really like elevated it. But this is a much better park than the Six Flags ones. I appreciate all of the trees, which is theming. Keeping you cool, especially on like a 98-degree day. So yeah, I think it's really cool that the Italian section of the park is playing Italian pop rock music. That's a nice touch. Benvenuto San Marco. Benvenuto. So just so y'all know, there is a reason why Dark Castle is closed down, and it's not because it's broken down. And I know the reason. So it was around mid to late January when they found out what was wrong with Pantheon and what part was broken. And even though it was somewhat a redundant part, it was still something they didn't feel comfortable opening the ride, with that piece being broken. So at that time, Big Bad Wolf had not been opened up yet. So they kept Curse of Dark Castle, the Dark Coaster going, even though it was supposed to be time for its annual maintenance. So then once Verbolten opened up, they were finally able to start the maintenance for start coaster. So it's just annual maintenance. They plan for it to be done in about 4 days. By the time this video comes out, probably 3 days. And if you're watching this on YouTube, 2 or 1 days. So yeah, it's not broken down. It's annual maintenance. It'll be fine soon. Yeah, I take back every mean thing I've ever said about Skyrocket 2. That's a surprisingly fun, surprisingly long ride that packs quite a bit of a punch. The launches are fantastic, the inversions are great, the hang time is fantastic. I really, really enjoyed that and really enjoyed the layout, and I didn't think I would. So yeah, I absolutely love Tempesto, frankly. That's fantastic. And now it's time to get back on Apollo's Chariot for the first time in a while. Completely stapled. This is I've been on 3 or 4 B&M Hypers now in this month alone, and that was the only time I've ever been stapled. It's unnecessary. It was very clear to me that this was a newer kid, and he was just slamming the restraints down for no reason. I was like, are you kidding me right now? It's ridiculous. Came in here, bam! So what I'm going to do is I'm going to not give any review on the ride yet, and I'm going to wait until after I eat and he is gone, so I don't get stapled by him again, because that was ridiculous. I understand there's a safety thing, but I can tell you right now with 100%, 1,000,000,000% certainty that it did not need to be that tight, because I've been on it before. I've been on other B&M Hypers. None of them need to be that tight. I always, and here's how I know that it was tighter than I get usually, because I always, on the brake runs for some reason lately on B&M Hypers, I'll slam it down one more, because it can only go one more while I'm on the brake run. I don't know why I do it, but I do it, and I'm like, oh, it's so tight. But on the actual freaking ride, that doesn't happen. So unnecessarily stapled me down, got no airtime.
Ladies and
Man, I cannot stop smiling. I'm gonna have to get back on it and try back row later. The line got a little big and I'm ready to eat. But front row on that thing was crazy. The launch, oh my goodness. The amount of airtime you get on this pretty short, for all things considered, ride is crazy. It's smooth, those restraints are unrestrictive. I was flying out of my seat. The airtime hill on the launch is crazy. The top hat is crazy. The sideways airtime hill as the final element's crazy. Just before that happens, there's a tiny little S-bend that I do not know was there. And you take that thing at such a high speed. You're like, whoa, whoa. The laterals are crazy. This is a new top 10 coaster. Yeah, it's really that good. It really is. I will have to get back on it after I eat. But first, I have to go get my wallet, because I think I'm going to go to Oktoberfest and get a beer. So, yeah, that's fantastic. We've done everything at Busch Gardens now. This park is amazing. It's just as great as I remember. It's a little better than I remember. Every single ride went up a little bit. Even Loch Ness Monster, even Verbolten, they went up just a little bit because, I'm older, I'm bigger, I can handle the rides more. There's history there. There's community experience knowledge there. This park is gorgeous. That ride is fantastic. Number one in the park. What a great day. What a great day. And I still have my 2 ride readmittance passes. I'm not sure when I'm going to use them, but I will. So I just ate. There's about 3 hours left of the day in the park. So we're going to go down Verbolten one more time and then probably stay to Italy till the park closes. Maybe do Pantheon one more time, Apollo's Chariot a couple more times, and then just marathon Verbolten, honestly. I got sunburns even though I like extra sprayed sunscreen onto my shoulders. They're just really not used to the sun. So that sucks and that's gonna hurt, but you know, I did the best I could. That's what I get for wearing a tank top. But I wore the tank top because it was so hot. I had food at the Fest House. I had the sausage platter, the sausage sampler. There was also a German sampler, but it was a little bit more expensive. So, you know what? For 21 bucks to get 3 sausages, some sauerkraut, red cabbage, German roasted potatoes for 21 bucks is absolutely reasonable, affordable priced food for an amusement park. And the water here is free, so drink a lot of it. But yeah, I also wanted to get a beer, but the craft house was not open. So
Are we supposed to be in a car? Yeah, we're in. You mean in here? Yeah, where are we? We're in the control room.
We're glad to see you have escaped to the forest. Please lift up any safety hose.
So you don't really notice it if you don't know what to look for, but Verbolten actually spoils a part of the ride without like you even having been on the ride yet. So it's not a really well-kept secret anymore, but if it is still something that you want to experience Verbolten for the first time ever, spoiler warning. However, there's a drop track in this ride. It's actually one of the few or maybe only drop tracks that is free falling and not assisted. And the license plate on the red car says, "You'll be dropping." Interesting. Okay, I got all of Verbolten's stories, so we can now just spend the rest of the day in Italy. I got 4 rides on Verbolten. I'm happy. Now it is time to get a proper redemption on Apollo's Chariot, and then also ride Pantheon a couple more times, and that's the day. Honestly. Griffin twice, Loch Ness twice, Alpengeist twice. Verbolten 4 times, Tempesto once. Invader once. And then would be Apollo's Chariot twice and Pantheon twice, or maybe even 3 times, depending on whether or not I need to use my ride readmittance on Apollo's, which I don't think I can because I need to get front row. But if I want to then ride it again in back row, I will. But I think I'm going to want to do Pantheon 2 more times. So I'll use that twice. Okay, I got a non-stapled front row ride on Apollo's Chariot, and my stance still stays. I think it's a great B&M Hyper layout. I do think it's just 1 behind Nitro. That is it. I do think Nitro is a little bit better, only a little bit, which means it only moves back 1 in its ranking, and is the only the only coaster today that dropped at all my rankings, and it dropped by 1, and it's just because I didn't get on Nitro beforehand. So that's it. I think Apollo's Chariot is absolutely crapped on way too much. Park remains not crowded enough to use this, even Pantheon. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. They don't expire till the end of the year, but I'm not coming back to Virginia. So like, I don't know, auction them off at this point, because there's only like an hour and a half left of the day, and nothing is really warranted its use. Like, gotta seek out a ride that actually has a line. But Griffin at night, maybe. Maybe Griffin will be my last ride of the day. That's all I can think. So I still have those 2 passes. I'm not quite sure what to do. Nothing's really been like crowded enough for it. It feels like it would just be a waste. But if I don't use them, it'll be a waste anyways. So I think I'm gonna go to Verbolten. I'm gonna see what that line's like. Maybe get on it one more time. Maybe use that pass. And then maybe do Griffin. Okay, so I've decided no matter the line, I'm just gonna use my last 2 on Verbolten just to get them done because I would like some Dippin' Dots and I think they're gonna close soon. If I don't get Dippin' Dots, I mean, that's okay. I'll just do it tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video here, even though I've got 2 more rides, because there's not much more to say. This was a really awesome, really awesome day after a couple of duds, and I cannot wait to show you all that super duper cool insider tour. Oh God, I'm sunburning so bad.